It's your girl Jazzy K with Super Tight TV. We want to thank everyone that's been watching. Hey, if you do us a favor and hit that subscribe button, also press the notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video.
You're not tuned into something super tight. Puffin' something sticky, nigga, I roll through the light. Need to hear something real just to get me through the night. I'm looking for them jackets cause I know they looking shite. Know I'ma get some game tuned in with super tight, yeah. I get the low from Big Bobo, from the front seat, not no photos.
Already, baby, what it do? It's your big dog, Bubba Luciano. I want to thank everybody again for tuning in to Super Tight TV. We back, up your back, going smack, 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 just like that. I hope it feel good to you because it sure feel good to me. I got my sexy ass, gorgeous, beautiful wife.
It's your girl Jazzy K
in the building. Hey, baby, you excited, ain't you?
I am.
We have when I say a family member, this is a true family member. Yeah. This is one that is, he is a part of the Super Tight TV family.
Just like that. Every time I'm in the comments, like, bro.
Oh, yeah. People always asking. People been asking about you. When you gonna bring? When is he coming?
Well,
when we gonna get to see?
Who did
that? How much he? I said, hey man, it's gonna come out.
Tell you all that.
Yeah, it's gonna all come out. You know what I mean? This gentleman, I met him. I think it was around '99. And I went to a company. It was two companies in Dallas that was doing graphics. Everybody was going over to Nonstop Graphics. My boys, I got a shout out to Aaron Cortez and Stephen Cortez. They're my brothers. But I said, you know me, I got to be different. It was another company out there called Asia Designs.
I see you.
I see you, foo-foo. So I went over there. And this young brother, was you in high school then?
Nah, this is
fresh out.
Nah, it's at our institute. Well, yeah, it was later. It was out of school
already. This is the guy who did the artwork on the Bobo Luciano, Enemy of the Mother State.
Yeah. All
right. So he is truly a family member. When you see the artwork that we have dripped on our walls,
man,
draped up and dripped out.
Know what I'm talking about?
That is this artist. See, Ray is in the house.
Salute.
Come on. Somebody over there sleep.
Hey.
Somebody over there sleeping.
Just
a little delayed. They didn't hear me. Hey, brother.
My brother.
How you doing?
I'm blessed, man. Highly favored, man.
Already.
I'm glad that you were here.
Hey, man, I've been waiting to do an interview with you, man.
Come on.
You're not more happy than I am.
Well, since you're happier than I am, I'll let you get it started.
Awesome. Hey, C-Ray.
Hey.
Thank you so
Damn. She about to pass out over here. I can ventilate.
No, whatever.
C-Ray.
There we go with the drama. Thank you for coming, C-Ray.
Not a problem.
And thank you for everything, for all your support. Like, oh my gosh, you the best.
Well, nothing to it but to do it.
Thank you, bro.
So for everybody out here who don't know, I don't know how they don't. Why don't you tell everybody where you from?
Man, born and raised in Dallas. Grew up in Lancaster.
Hey.
Millbrook, from Millbrook Elementary, on over to junior high in Lancaster.
Yes.
L.C. Robinson High School.
Okay.
Graduated in 95.
Okay.
But I'll start with just the artwork. I always had a love for it, even through kindergarten. My mom got a call from my kindergarten teacher, Miss Ramler. She had a picture. I drew a Kermit the Frog, and it had color theories. He was like, man, your son is going to do something. Everybody doing stick figures. Yeah. He got a Kermit the Frog drawn out, look just like Kermit.
With shading and everything.
So I always had a love, man. I always had a love for art, man. And come from a, both parent home, parents still together, just me and my sister. And, just did art all the way through junior high, all the way through, like, from when we was doing playing football or whatever. I'm doing all the football photos of everybody. Hey, man, painting them on clothes.
Already.
We're doing the tiger heads, Lancaster tiger heads on clothes, and doing stuff for my friends, little murals on their walls at their houses. And stuff. It ended up, going to the dollar movie in Lancaster. Painting the
not the dollar
windows.
movie.
Yes.
Flintstones.
you did
I painted the Mickey's Barbershop. I did all the paintings on the windows. Because people knew me. And it was just like, oh, we can get Chris to do. And just barbershops and beauty shops. It's always been artwork.
Yeah.
Just from family and friends, just opportunities.
Yes.
Right.
Of people who wanted to see my art grow.
So when you were in school, let's say high school, what high school did you go to? You went to Lancaster.
Yeah, I already see. Go ahead, baby.
Anyway, I'm asking. You know how you got a little bud. Anyway, you went to Lancaster, and were there any art programs at Lancaster?
We had the basic, art club and Mr. Pennington. It wasn't nothing just major.
Nothing major.
But they did have stuff that led me because I ended up getting a full scholarship to the Art Institute of Dallas.
That's what I want to ask.
So they were, if you had, I had a couple of UNT. I had a couple of options as far as where I want to go, but I had the full ride for the Art Institute of Dallas.
Okay.
And, it was just, the 2-year degree, the associate's degree that I got there. But I knew what I wanted to do. And I was like, this was when graphic design was really starting to pop as far as doing artwork on CD covers. And I was like, that's what I want to be in, that field, whether it's doing magazines or that type of thing. But yeah, so they did steer you. Like if you want to pursue art, they had lanes, to try to get you out there.
I have to ask. So have you just always been, I know you talked about the Kermit the Frog drawing, but how did you go from that to, did you take any art classes? Did you? I've always been fascinated.
My mom always supported me. She's a registered nurse for the VA hospital.
Hey.
And she did that. She been, had over 35 years with them.
Your mom's still with us?
Yeah, she's still with us.
Thank you for your service, Mom.
Yeah. So, we know Lancaster Road, just plenty of time over there, man. And, but she always supported me every year. In the summer times when I was in junior high and throughout high school, I took courses at Cedar Valley, art courses. She kept me, I ended up, before I got my scholarship at Art Institute, they had little summer camps for artists that I did a couple of times there. So just different stuff. She always kept me involved, with the artwork. You know what I'm saying?
That's good. So you had good parents, good tutelage.
And just to tap on that, my dad draws a little bit. He used to work for Dallas Water Utilities. He used to work for the water department. But then he started selling cars. He was all over there, over there in Pleasant Grove, all up your Buckner, all across the price
Working
lots.
all the time.
He was selling wholesale. He had his own lot for a while, but he ended up just shutting that down like in the 80s and just working as a wholesale dealer, going to auctions and working out in Arlington, she was just doing all that type of stuff. But he drew a little bit. But my grandfather that stayed in Cali, he actually did a lot of drawing. And we still got some like pen drawings and painting. So it was kind of passed down, I would think.
That's what I'm at. It's hereditary.
I was about to say, come on now, that's a guy with talent.
Hey, I know you got a little girl. Has she started picking up
my 5-year-old? Yeah, she I got 4 kids, you know what I'm saying? But my wife had 2, and then I ended up getting, my girls with her. But they both liked art a little bit, but my baby girl, she's in my studio. She loves art. She's like, I want to paint. Like, she don't want to paint on her stuff. She wants to paint when I'm painting on somebody's professional commission. And I try to, support her. I give her a brush.
Yes.
Hey, just right in this area that I know it's dry. Oh, I did that. Yeah, you helped daddy. Yeah, but I'm going to press her. You know what I'm saying? And she's already got a tablet and she does little stuff on a tablet and stuff. So we're going to see where it go.
Kyra Jazzy K used to do her little sisters like that. Playing video game.
Hey, now don't be telling all the secrets. I sure did.
Animal controller that ain't plugged up. Are you playing?
It's 2 Mario.
Yeah, you playing?
Yeah, it ain't this shit.
You doing that?
You doing that?
You doing that? Yeah.
My bad, y'all.
Yeah.
So how did you get hooked up with? Matter of fact, I just saw Ed Laney.
Yeah.
Was it last week?
Yeah.
We was at a party and first person I seen when I walked through the door was Ed. I haven't seen him since those days.
Yeah.
And we talked about old Corey. And how did you hook up with those brothers?
Well, what happened was after I graduated from the Art Institute in '97, they had a job placement program, which really wasn't too much of that. They find you a job, but they don't do research on the company. So it was a company called WCG Marketing, which was in Arlington.
Okay.
And it was actually it was a Nigerian guy that was over it, and I worked there for like 6 months. Then they end up shutting down, and they were reputable. Like they were doing stuff for some of the Texas Rangers. Like I got to work on some stuff, for Bobby Valentino and his restaurant, and but not Valentino, Bobby Valentine. I'm saying Valentino.
I'm about to start.
But yeah, they ended up shutting down. So I was back on the job market looking. So I just started doing freelance artwork because I had a lot of people that just wanted logos done and that type of stuff. Until I found work. I ended up working at American Airlines while I was still doing my artwork, but looking for work, and just happened to they happened to put a ad out online somewhere. And I responded to it, and they had a couple of candidates. I'm trying to think.
It was in the 90s.
In the 90s, if it was even,
You was in the green sheet.
it must have been green. It was somewhere. I can't even remember how.
Bloom or something.
Green sheet brings you by.
But what was crazy was they were in Lancaster. They was there, and I was like, I'm in Lancaster. And they were like, oh, you went to Lancaster? And so we had a kinship there, and then once they saw my portfolio and saw it was just right there. It was a match made, and then what they was doing, I was able to do so much through them. Whether it was even the Big Al Ghetto Stories, I did that. They was at a perfect time working with James Price. We did all the club flyers.
Yeah, I remember that.
We was doing Ebony. We was doing the stuff the Grand and PV. Like we was doing State Fair Classic stuff. So they had the market. And, they were we just kind of that's how they offered me a job, and then we just been tight ever since.
That was a good company. Would you say they were the first ones to have that billboard truck?
I definitely say in Dallas.
I know.
I definitely say in Dallas.
Yes. I mean, I've never seen anything like that, and still doing it to this day.
Yeah, Southwest Mobile Advertising. That's what they got now. He got over 25, 30 trucks now. He doing it. He doing it.
Shout out to them brothers.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Ed and Corey Laney, man.
Yes, sir.
So back when you were doing logos and flyers, had you always been doing this caliber of work, like behind the scenes, or?
Yeah. I mean, I never stopped. Like as far as painting, and still, I was always juggling both. You know what I'm saying? And even to this day, like I still do graphic design. Actually, I do that full time for an engineering firm as well. So I just try to, the good thing is the company I work for, I've been with 13 years.
Oh, wow.
And it's always been a good understanding of we support your art.
Yeah.
And they see what I can do. So it's like, well, this guy's
Don't
doing
be standing
stuff.
over my shoulder.
So they let me do both, and that way I can, I can juggle what I'm doing and take care of my family as far as benefits, and still, as long as I can do both. Most successful people, you better be doing more than one thing. Anyway,
side hustle, something.
Because so many artists say I'm full time. We all full time, depending on what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's about your work. I'm putting 8 hours on the job and 10 to 12 on this. And I know the value, that's really kind of like,
it's going to pay out for you.
Just how I can move like I do, because I know I'm on the time.
Yes.
I gotta, I work fast because I know I got time. I got to get up in the morning. I ain't finna be working on a painting for 4 months.
Yeah.
I know that's right.
That ain't my type of style, and I know my lane.
Oh, we know.
How long it normally take you to make a painting?
Shoot, anywhere from 6 to 14 hours, just depending on the detail. But most of my stuff that I've marketed now is like 24 by 30 is probably the smallest I do.
Yeah.
I like working big because
Okay.
even if somebody say, okay, well, I want you to do me a 16 by 20 or 11, I'm like, okay, I can do that, but it's gonna still be the price. You might well get it bigger,
Yes.
because it's still the time. I mean, it ain't gonna be. Don't think it's gonna be cheaper just because it's smaller. It don't work like
Can
that.
I get a
Yeah,
4x6?
still
Yeah, it don't work like that.
5x7, please.
Yeah.
How much is it if I get it in a 4x6?
Yeah, and then it's the thing with pricing. There's a lot of artists, like I said, a lot of people. I don't do. It's just a general. I'll give you a general price, but now it's gonna be case by case.
Exactly.
Because I ain't gonna shortcut myself and be like, "Dang, I told you it's gonna take that," and then I realize the caliber of work I want to have at the detail.
Yes.
I'm not gonna shortchange you the detail. So
Why change yourself?
let's just go on. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna give you a number, you want a number, it's gonna be a high number.
Yeah, I read it.
That way, I know I'm covered.
Speaking of, I know you have questions, but I have questions.
Go ahead.
So, At what point, at what age range, I guess, did you transition from drawing on paper to paint? And how was that transition?
For me, it was pretty early. I mean, because I started out doing just pencil drawings with markers.
Okay.
And really in high school, we started messing with acrylic paints. We started messing with a lot of different paints. I even started. Well, when I went to the Art Institute, I learned the whole gambit because they show you how to do oil paints. They show you how to do airbrushing. They show you how to do a little bit of all of that. But just as far as my work goes, I was real heavy actually into watercolor. When I first started doing all my portraits, it was watercolors because I just like to, it's really organic. When you put watercolors and dip, it's gonna go where it's gonna go.
Yes.
Then I started realizing with acrylic, I can get more precise as far as blending and like how I start doing it, and it dries quick.
Yeah.
And then I just start I would think probably senior year, I was probably full on. I'll probably say 99. Probably at an art institute, I was probably full on painting, knowing not just sketching, but because the stuff I did in high school was probably like on paper and watercolor paper and that, that, and just giving it to the client. I mean, just giving it to my friends or whatever, that type of thing. But
Oh, really?
I mean, because the detail is just,
It's extraordinary.
it is.
and that's the thing too, because it's some cold art. Like I say, it's some hyper realistic stuff. It's some stuff where you look at it, you don't know if it's a photo.
Yeah.
But one thing about me is I've done certain stuff, and then it's also, I think to be a great artist, you really got to know your lane and really know your style. And when I start having people saying when they see my style, I thought that was yours.
Oh, yeah.
That you don't want to differentiate from that.
No,
Because that's all the great.
That's your brand.
You know what I'm saying, and I do a lot of different stuff, and I like to be around a lot of different artists because one thing I ain't gonna do is hate on another man, whether it's digital, whether it's color and pencil. There's a lane for everything.
Bro, I like originality. We from that old school of being original.
Yeah.
I mean, even in hip hop, you couldn't come out with the same rap name.
Yeah,
You couldn't come out with the same rap style, and that's why I called you.
yeah,
In the beginning, I said, we had several artists who I'm not going to mention any names.
Yeah.
But I said, man, I got to call my brother.
yeah.
And C-Ray took it to another level.
Yeah. And the table, I know somebody going to bite our style, you know what I'm saying, and try to be like us. But I want to say that we were the first ones to have a C-Ray painting on a national platform because I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
You cannot, you can't hold good people down.
Oh, no.
And I want you to blow up your way.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm talking about? I need you to go to the moon and back.
Yeah.
And if we could be
Instrumental
in help,
anyway.
yes. I want your business to go up based on somebody saying, hey, man, I saw you on Super Tight TV. You know what I mean? And did you ever play sports?
I played basketball, junior high.
What is your favorite sport then?
Basketball.
Basketball.
Yeah, basketball. I played all the way to my sophomore year. Then I actually transitioned because I was doing so much with my artwork. I ended up being the manager for the team because we ended up going to state in '95. We lost to Porter to Lincoln. To Stack.
It's kind of hard.
Steven Jackson. We lost to them.
Yeah. Shout out Stack 5.
But we had a cold squad, man. But it was track. It's always been track with Beverly Humphrey. It's always been a cold record of track, and then we had Joe Russian, who was over our squad, and they had a history of doing pretty good, at least getting the playoffs.
Yeah. You never played football?
No, never played.
But football is one of your favorite sports.
Oh yeah. No, I love the Cowboys.
I heard you talking about Zeke Elliott.
Yeah.
So I saw you do some a little earlier. Appreciate you, brother. And I do need you to please rub the blue star.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
For the positive energy.
Yes, sir.
I need you to leave me a little positive energy.
Yes, sir.
Take something with you so you can keep growing and glowing. You know what I'm talking about?
Let me tell y'all something real quick. I want to show everything with me is always going to go back to God.
Yes.
And it's crazy because I get all these blessings and I really know that it's nothing but God because it's always opportunities.
Absolutely.
I got to do Ezekiel Elliott's paintings.
Oh, yes. We have to talk about that. I saw.
Let me just show you how this works. So Dontre Wilson was a cold running back out of DeSoto High School. He played at Ohio State. He was a running back under Zeke when they won the national championship. I did a paint for Dontre. And I put his high school uniform, DeSoto Eagles split it with Ohio State. He showed it to Zeke. Zeke said, "See, man, I need one of them." So I did one, and this was in college because a lot of that stuff, they came in getting gifts and all type of stuff. But I did the paint for him in college, and then they end up, winning the championship. And he was like, "See, Ray, wherever I go, my first touchdown, I need you to do a painting of it." And what ended up happening, he came to Dallas, and that's nothing but I'm like, man, Zeke coming to Dallas, and he was a man of his word. You know what I'm saying? So he ended up getting work. He done got like 2 or 3 pieces from me. And it goes all back to connections and networking. It came through Don Trey. I mean, you never know just who's looking out for you.
Come on now.
And I done had so many things like that. Just
it's always God, just like you said.
I'm telling you, I don't have a PR person. I just do what I do. I'm lucky enough to have some stuff over at K104. Shout out to when Lady Jaye was there, the whole crew, Bebe, Gio, the whole crew over there. They always, when they got their new building, they was like, I need to get some artwork from you. You know what I'm saying?
Who have you done artwork for at K104?
Shoot, I did. Well, Lady Jaye got a piece. I did one for Lady Jaye. I did one for Bebe for his birthday.
Already.
I did one for the station. They got 5 pieces. They got a Prince. I did a Mary J. Blige. I did a Bruno Mars. Some big pieces.
Commission.
Yeah, commission pieces.
Okay.
Because he was like, because the thing is, when they first got they spot, they got a few artists working there, but he was like, man, we need to get something from you. So that was already going to be a blessing because I'm like, this is K104.
Yes.
And I've been able to get I got my paint of Nipsey, do the Bebe and Lady Jade. So it just goes back when people looking out at you. I did a painting of the Boys in the Hood. I had all 3 of them,
and
on
the
there.
one with the Salvation Army bucket.
That's another thing. And that's just, I've been able to get these opportunities. Work with Salvation Army, raise money with Zeke. That just came through. Another, they were doing this like a sports conference over there at Fair Park, and they brought me in, and they're like, "Nah, we're gonna have you do a live paint, and for the Salvation Army, and we're gonna auction it off." And it's still in the works. The paint is done and signed by Zeke.
Yeah,
and they were going. I was like, whatever y'all can do to raise money for homelessness, the best way y'all can raise it.
Yeah,
because at first it was talks about just doing it at a Cowboys game or whatever, and then it started talking about to a point where they're like, man, we might need to hold on to this piece because they built a new Salvation Army building.
Wow.
A new headquarters. And it's like, that might be inspiring. We might need to just hold on to it.
Yes.
Because it's Zeke. I mean, now,
Right.
that was a movement.
Right.
Yeah, now he gone.
Now he gone. So it's even, that point in history. But it was, I don't know how this stuff comes to me, but it's always, I know it's God. You know what I'm saying?
It's always God. Let me tell you something. Wifey and I were at that game.
Yeah, the first game.
Let me tell you, as we were walking in, because we were a little late.
What?
And
what was that? Head motioning over my
and as
way.
we're walking up the ramp to get to our seats, Zeke is running that touchdown in.
Yeah.
And to see him jump in that bucket like that first time, to be a part of history like that, to witness it, I thought that was awesome.
That was worth the fine he paid.
Come on,
that was worth all that.
Oh yeah,
work.
Didn't he do it twice that game?
Yeah,
he did it twice that same game. Yes, man. I mean, to say that we were there.
You had him and that.
Oh yeah, the next year.
Yeah.
So, C. Ray, who's the biggest person you've done a commission for?
In your opinion,
that's a real hard question because the celebrity stuff is one thing, but then I've had a lot of stuff that come across my. George Floyd's family got a painting of mine.
Ooh, that's big.
And some of this stuff is just like, it's bigger.
Yes.
Ahmaud Arbery and Duda Lee Merritt and them.
Yes.
We were able to get,
Where did they place that one? Where did they place that?
His mom got it. His mom got it. I did I run with my, and but I have to, man, when I think about it, man, it's some stuff that probably won't even ever come out that I ain't even posted because it's confidentiality. And there's some real big folks that have got stuff that I got to put my faith in God. When the time is right, we will all know about it.
Good.
But God has placed it, and I've already seen. Okay, it's that type of thing where, like, if this one person would go on to say, "I got a C-Ray,"
yes,
it's really going
to open up a bunch of doors for you.
And that's the thing with a lot of this that artists we struggle with so much because when you're dealing with different stuff, people always try to count your pocket when you're doing something instead of supporting the artist. Because when you got a piece of artwork, you should want that artwork to go up in value
That's a fact.
by supporting the artist and say, hey man, y'all go out and mess with my man.
But you know what they also do?
What they do.
Think about that. The rarity of it also makes it more valuable.
That's right.
So I don't want everybody to have a C-Ray.
Yeah.
I don't want everybody on the PTA to have a C-Ray. I want to be the only one.
I don't want everybody.
Kind of like how I felt. Kind of like how I felt when you blessed us with the artwork. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah, we're gonna be the only ones with these pictures.
I knew we weren't gonna be the only ones because once they see the C-Ray, they're gonna be like,
but I knew it.
That too.
I just didn't think nobody would. I was hoping nobody would be biased.
I'm glad whoever is deserving and can afford.
You know what? I just thought about
A
something.
C-Ray.
Now that you say what's probably one of my most important pieces.
Come on, get them.
Kobe Bryant.
Ooh.
So let me just tell you how things work. So I got to get a shout out to my man Corday, man, in Cali, man. I got family in Cali who works for me when I'm in Dallas. But I did a painting of Kobe and Gigi when he passed. And I didn't know how I was gonna get it, but I was like, man, if I can get this to Kobe's family, some type of way, I just want that to happen. So I shipped the painting. I did the painting, and I shipped it to Cali to my man, and he was like, man, C-Ray. And this is right after he died, so everybody, his art murals is going up everywhere. He said, you know what? I'm gonna take this painting down to the Mamba Academy. I'm just gonna I don't live far from it. I'm just gonna take it up there and see what happens.
Yes.
He calls me. He said, man, I done took this painting up here, man. I walked through the doors. The manager said, oh my God, that's beautiful. Got on the phone with Vanessa.
Ooh.
Sent her a picture, and Vanessa said, bring it to my house. That's it. I don't know what happens to it. I just don't. I'm like, man, and they took a picture in front of it before they switched all the names of the academy over and all that.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's God.
That's God, bro.
That's God. You know what I'm saying?
But it is beautiful. What I always say on every comment, I don't be having nothing else to say but beautiful. Like, it's just...
You said
we got a God-given talent.
Oh, you know what? And I be forgetting about stuff, but some stuff is crazy. Like the Martin Lawrence painting. I did a painting of Martin Lawrence. I love Martin Lawrence.
Yeah.
And I said, my favorite episode is that Who Stole My Damn CD?
Oh.
When he was walking around like Nino Brown, I said, man, you know what? I'm going to paint that. I'm going to paint that one. And so I painted it, and it got a little buzz, but not really. We tagged him, and nothing crazy.
Yeah.
So a year later, man, I'm going to Art Basel, and I got blessed to actually present a painting to Gloria Estefan and her family at her restaurant during Art Basel, and that was God. I just did a painting because I was going to Art Basel. I had got an invite by some of my other art buddies, and it was like, man, who can you do a painting of in Miami that's big? And I said, shoot, don't get no bigger than Gloria. Let me get Gloria. I did a painting of Gloria Estefan. Within 48 hours, I put it on Twitter. She reposted it and said, I love this. So I sent her a message. This is all through social media. I'm going back. I said, man, I'm actually going to be in Miami. I'm going to ship it. I mean, I just want you to have it. So she was like, she gave me the manager of the restaurant.
Yes.
Gave me his information. And I didn't know if I was going to get to meet her or nothing. But she said, you know what? Bring it back to this restaurant around 8 tonight. Her whole family's gonna be on the rooftop. I'm presenting this painting, this Gloria Estefan in the art capital. I'm like, she got a lot of artwork already.
Yes.
But just the stage that it was set, I'm bringing this in from Emilio's there. Everybody's there, and they're like, man, this is great. And I'm just like, God, this is God. I'm in Miami at Art Basel.
With Gloria Estefan.
Won't he do it?
So I'm just doing that, but not to even sound check. I don't think it get no better than that. When I'm flying to Miami, I reposted that Martin painting I did of him stolen. See, but by the time I got down to Miami, I'm getting all these calls. I had my phone on airplane mode. They're like, man, Martin just reposted your painting. He done repost the painting.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know what this is, but send me a DM. I was like, and I'm like, this Martin. Yes. He's like, man, he said, man, how much you want for? I said, man, you a goat. Just give me the information. It ain't got to go to you. It can go to your office, wherever you feel comfortable. I don't need it. I kept it real. He said, man, he gave me an address. I just shipped it to him. Then he gets it, reposted again in his office. He didn't have to do this more. I'm like, this is number God. I couldn't have paid for that.
No.
And that's a genuine, And it's still on his page now, on his feed, on down. He still
Well, that's
got
what
the
you
shout
need,
out
bro.
on now.
That's what you need.
So that's God.
Everybody needs to at least take a picture with it for you to have the marketing behind it. You know what I mean? For instance, the last time we talked about the I don't know, he's a character. You know what I'm talking about. This guy do all the crazy dancing and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Light skin Monte?
He was so
Light-
excited.
Yeah, light skin Monte.
Yes.
He a fool with it.
He
Shout
was
out-
like, this
Tell me
dude
about
takes
that.
appreciation to
Well,
another level.
light skin Monte, man, he's on Twitch. I don't know how many people. I wasn't even on Twitch. I had to set up on Twitch. But he's known for doing all these dances. Like he's been around Chris Brown. He has millions of followers. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But he's been said, you know, he's noticed my work, and he had reached out to me, and he was like, man, I want you to see Ray. I need you to do something, a collage. He knew he wanted a collage.
Yeah.
He didn't tell me what to do. He was just like, do whatever, your version of me, and we'll take it from there. And he was like, how much you charge? I was like, man, I'm looking to build. He said, well, I'm gonna make sure I have this on, you know, on the wall. It's gonna be behind me, and I'm gonna do something for you.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, well, shoot,
Bruh.
we'll discuss it. I want you to take care of this shipping, and then I want you to give me just a, you know, just a love offering, a love offering. But I already know, you know what I'm saying. When you got people talking about you, you never know. Like a lot of this stuff is about relationships, and it's about
Absolutely.
it ain't about that first upfront. Hey, oh yeah, give me $5,000 for that.
Yeah. It's coming.
People know your value.
It's coming.
They need to know. They know your value, but like I say, this is what I need you to do. If I do the pain, I need you to make me a hellified commercial for me. Something that I just need to go on is going to explain. And he did. You see what he
Sure
did.
did.
Yes.
I was like, whoa.
I was like, man, shoot, we good, bro.
Yeah.
We good. He said, man, I'm gonna need some more stuff from. I like, man, when we come, we talk about it. But just stuff like that. And social media has
That's
opened so
invaluable.
many doors, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
That is, and a lot of it is closing now because of shadow banning and how they trying to market your views. And
Yep.
and one thing about me, okay, you can look. I got 60 plus K on my thing. Okay, so how I'm getting I only got 100 views on this post.
Yes.
Right.
What that makes sense at?
I don't know why Facebook started doing that.
And
man.
and one thing I always got to realize is this can go away tomorrow. I'm not dependent on that. I started out in the street.
Yep.
People know me. I done got so much business because, okay, Chris did something for me 10, 20 years ago.
What do you think will happen if social media shut down? For the
Man, a
youth?
lot of people going to get lost. But I'll tell you what, hopefully, like I said, if that social media goes well, hopefully you got an email list, a client
Okay.
list.
Yeah.
Hopefully you've been really networking with people who are interested in your stuff.
Hope
Yes.
you've been building your email list.
Because that can go away tomorrow. And like I say,
Ain't no more models.
as long as you're consistent and people know what you're doing, you always gonna work.
Yeah.
I done been struggling trying to figure out how I'm gonna pay rent full time when I didn't have another job and God, I always get how I'm gonna pay this rent. I get a call, hey man, can you pay something for me? And I know it's a crazy way to live, but that's how I go.
Absolutely.
So kind of explain to the family that's listening. We're gonna get off of art right fast.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about C. Ray
Okay.
and Lancaster
Okay.
because people hear Lancaster. You know what I call Lancaster
What you call it?
in DeSoto, Oak Cliff Annex.
Okay.
Because
I mean,
basically, you right down the street.
yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Right down the street
Yeah.
from us. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? And we are, who in Oak Cliff from our generation didn't go to Lancaster?
Yeah.
At least Shamrock.
Yeah.
You at least went to the skating rink.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? So y'all were just like Oak Cliff to us.
Yeah.
So kind of explain that to the people who don't know Dallas. Everybody's heard of Oak Cliff. They want to talk down on people who've been, he ain't from Oak Cliff. He grew up in Lancaster. You know?
Well, one thing about Lancaster, man, it has like from '95. I mean, it's been a kind of a slow transition from the all whites to and the
Right.
mixed cat to now. Like when I go to the games now, I mean, it's like Gremlin.
Come
It's
on.
like our band is up there. You know what I'm
yes.
saying? And Lancaster, you got the road. You got so many people that done came through there. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That co-signed Lancaster, but
Shout out to Roe.
Lancaster is now like kind of like you said. It's I mean, Oak Cliff, South Dallas.
Yeah.
Y'all going?
Sad ass.
You can't take nothing from that. I stay in Pleasant Grove. My
Yeah.
kids, my two oldest kids went to Skyline.
Oh, yeah.
So
shout out Skyline.
but Lancaster now, man, and it, what it is now is It's Oak Cliff. Like I said, I mean, it's Oak Cliff.
Well, we were over there when it made that serious transition.
Yeah.
It changed pretty fast.
Yeah, my folks still there.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people still there. A lot of people, because they got them houses for good. You know what I mean? They got a lot of equity in those houses.
Yep.
So why move? And depending on what part of Lancaster you live in,
Yeah.
if you down there, are y'all in that flood zone?
No, I mean, I'm right off Blue Grove, right by
Oh
Fiesta.
yeah, I know where you are.
Yeah, them houses right there.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you over there by a tax lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, how was it coming up in Lancaster?
Oh man, it was good to me, man. It was some of the best years of my life, man. And that's because I know for me, I used to hate missing school for one because, I got voted, talented for my art. I mean, people knew me for art, and we had sports and just good times. A dollar movie, everything was jumping in the '90s. You know what I'm saying? It was.
It ain't
really,
like you couldn't go to Dallas though.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
you wanted to go to a Big T.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's right
All that
around
was
the
there.
corner. Yeah.
All that was there. We didn't miss nothing. I mean, shoot, it was. It was good times, man. I came out well rounded. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With it, I wouldn't pick going to another school.
It used to be a time if you didn't live over there,
Yeah.
it was like the police over there knew your car.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they did.
And if you wasn't of the lighter complexion,
Man, I got pulled over many times, and I lived there. But I had cat like my dad was a car salesman. All throughout school, I had Slimback, DeVille's, yellow,
tags.
Boham Cadillacs. I had Dayton's, so I already know I'm getting pulled over in front of my. They knew who I was, but still, but yeah, pulled over in front of before Fiesta when it was the Wendy. What was it? Winn-Dixie. I'm trying to think.
Whatever it was.
It was a Minaj.
It was Minaj. Did it before that? It was Winn-Dixie, I think, or something.
Winn-Dixie.
But I got pulled over. The police told me this is when we had our pages. I'm sitting in the car with the door open. I'm finna get a paper. I'm still in the car. He said, "Are you in the fire lane? Move your car." I pull over right in just a couple of feet over. Oh, you didn't have your seatbelt on. You wrote me a ticket, right? Unless just looking to mess with you. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. So
was he of the lighter complexion?
Oh yeah. Oh no. Yeah.
Yes. I figured that. But I figured that because they were ruling that area quite a bit in the
Everybody
80s.
knew about Lancaster.
Man, you better not go through. People are
y'all
going
live in
around
Ain't coming
Lancaster.
over there.
Yep.
Oh, you sure wasn't gonna go down Winter Green?
Yep. Yep.
Well, Pleasant Run was an easier run than. Oh, yeah, Pleasant Run was dangerous though. You right.
Yeah. It'd be hot on Pleasant Run.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got approved in. I can remember when Portofino Apartments.
Portofino's over by the Meadows.
Was like
The bomb. That's
the
the
bomb.
Oh yeah, they were
luxury.
big.
They were
How
the
big they
biggest
was
apartments
for what they
in
were
Dallas.
dollars.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I never forget, boy. As soon as we laid down our last piece of furniture in our new apartment, they called and say, "We got one for you." And it was that big boy with the front door, the back door. I was like, we just signed our lease.
Yep.
Yeah. So in other words, they had a waiting list.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody wanted to move to Portofino.
You're right.
Ooh, they was a lick.
Yep.
So what's next for? I mean, I've been seeing you with Glorilla. I seen you with so many people.
You've been outside.
Man, I got a big shout out, man, to Men of Business, man. Big shout out to Legna. It's so many groups out there that have looked out for me as far as in the nightclub business and these opportunities, man. Shoot, my boy Chris, Celebrity Agents. But my next play, man, I'm just trying to see. I mean, eventually, man, I'm going to end up getting the gallery, man. A standalone studio because I do a lot of stuff at the crib. But I'm really looking at, I know a lot of artists, and it's all about growth in the city and really putting people on who need that light.
Yeah.
And doing it my way because it's a lot of, I don't knock the traditional galleries. It's almost like the record industry. A lot of those, if you have a problem getting them views, you're gonna have to get up and sign them contracts.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have to get that percentage. You're gonna have to do that. But nowadays, well, with social media, a lot of you walking around with a gallery in your pocket.
Right.
And it's really, if you really got work and content, you can really market yourself. You should be able to walk into any establishment and just say, hey, this, what I do. You got some work. So, I'm gonna continue doing what I'm doing. I love what I do, man. I just take it day. I live day by day.
What's your favorite platform? Instagram, IG?
Yeah, I say IG. I say IG. I say IG for sure. IG. I'm on Facebook. You know, I'm on Twitter, but it's the IG for me.
Let me see if I'm thinking like you're thinking. Who's your bucket list?
What?
Let me see.
Oh,
Of celebrity or whoever
Who
I
you want to paint?
Let me see.
See if it's gonna be who she would love.
I already got mine.
Oh, really? Okay.
You know, let me put Riri on there. I'm gonna put Rihanna on there.
Okay.
You know, let me think. Shoot, I want to go to the Obamas. Let me get those. Let me go on and get Michelle and Barack.
Yeah, like
you know the girls.
Mr. Kennedy. What's his name?
Shoot, Oprah, Tyler Perry.
Okay.
I mean, I like giving roses to people who paved the way. You know, whether it's small, whether it's local, whether it's somebody here, a cook. You know, shout out to Way, Taste the Ways.
Hey,
When you coming to holler at me,
Way,
baby?
Way.
You know, it's so many people doing good. You know what I'm saying? But
Trendsetters.
I've been blessed to do so many, man.
Yeah.
I'm just like, you know,
You out there, bro. Like why you say you outside.
I go with the flow. I mean, because it's something every day. I get up in the morning, I look at the news. I do what's going on today.
And you can tell you love it. I
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The passion.
It ain't got too old for you.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I don't know. It's always something. And, man, I'm working on a piece now, man. Hey, I don't know. Snowfall. Who's on
I
Snowfall
saw
in here?
that. I saw
Don't
your.
say
I saw your
a
saint
word.
painting.
Man, that's
Don't
Saint.
say a word. I'm a season behind.
Okay.
Okay. And so
Okay.
People
Hey.
Oh, yeah,
got the
Saint painting.
posting stuff. Yesterday, I was so hot.
I'm just gonna say this. I got a Jerome coming. I have Saint, but you know the
Ooh.
Jerome got to come. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
I already know. You already done spoiled it for me.
I ain't slow enough.
You already done spoiled it for me. Because I heard, social media will spoil it for you.
Oh, they will. You
Gotta
need
do a
a.
BMF.
I mean, I
Oh
should
yeah.
have.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, I already did Lil Meech. I mean, they. Yeah. I presented. He got that. Yeah, Lil Meech got his. I did him and his daddy. Thanks to Shamar at the
How was that
nightclub.
meeting him?
Oh, he was cool. He was 100, man. We did it in a nightclub, and they brought him in, and like, shoot, one of the older Shamar, he was like, man, we got Lil Meech coming, and this was the first season. So I said, man, I'm gonna paint him and his dad. So I get, when he saw that, man, he was like, oh yeah, man, it's this. Hey man, ship this, ship this.
Yeah.
So he got that thing, man. So. I got that, and I'm
what's
gonna
up.
have to do on him and Terry. That was just him, though, but yeah, BMF.
Room
And
for
it started,
expansion.
matter of fact, it even started, we can go back to Power. Because, shoot, I got to do Tommy and Tasha when they came, and they presented to him. I got, that they gave me a shout out. Shoot, I got Tommy, and I'm like, man, and he still doing this thing on his own thing now, but yeah.
So I have to ask you, who are some of your inspirations as artists, other artists out there?
Oh man, shoot! A lot of these cats, man, like my boy Risky, man. Shoot,
Yes. Shout out
doing,
Risky for
doing
sure.
stuff for Death Row. Shoot, I got a lot of these guys that I know and I deal with. My man Mark Crow, my man Facing Art, my man Fred Fields, man. It's just so many, man. Shoot, Jet the Vandal. It's just so many. A lot. I pull for my friends and my pulls, but I gotta say Ernie Barnes. I go on some Sugar Shack, Good Time Art.
I was about to ask you, was that it? Because I saw you
Ernie.
post that.
Yeah.
And I figured that was one of yours.
I gotta say that,
I love his work, too.
as far as and it's, of course, you always gonna pull on Picasso, Basquiat, Black Art, we gotta throw that in there, just the people that are really known. But I really pull inspiration from my friends and my circle.
I didn't know Picasso painted. Oh, that Picasso.
Well,
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about
We're
our
not talking
Picasso.
about Bourbon.
Oh, you talking about Picasso?
I thought you were talking about
You talking about Red Rum?
Shout out
Yeah,
Picasso.
you talking about Red Rum?
Picasso Allen Poe.
Yeah.
Oh, that Picasso.
Yes.
The white Picasso.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The real.
My bad.
But family,
What?
Yeah.
family and friends too. I'm gonna pull off that. I'm gonna pull out that inspiration just off that. But just as far as established artists, man, and it's a bunch of dope artists out here, and there's a bunch of people doing stuff with digital artwork. My man Chuck Styles. It's wide open right now as far as this art world.
Yeah.
And it's just I always tell people, man, put it out there, man. Don't get discouraged. You never know what somebody else is gonna like.
Now I know you used to be an art teacher.
Oh man, the farthest I went with art was teaching at X Line in the summer. My man Sean Johnson.
still count?
It's like, I mean, yeah, I haven't did it. I mean, I done paint sips, that type of stuff, but I haven't did any formal, paint classes and that type of stuff. Yeah.
That sound like
Yeah,
okay.
it is.
Well, what is some advice you may have for some young artists out there that aspire? They see your page, see everything you're doing, like.
The biggest thing that I always want to tell artists, because most artists are temperamental and they feel it, they go out feelings, and it's really, you got the best. I can't tell you to be like nobody but yourself.
That part.
Keep doing. I mean, if you don't feel like painting, I can't tell you to go in there and paint.
Yeah.
But I know with me, it's a real people who have a real passion for it. They do it every day. I do it. It's like working out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's like some Kobe. It's like some Mama mentality. We do it. The people that really do art, they don't take no days off. And I've made a lot of sacrifices. It's gonna be sacrifices. It's a lot of stuff that I've done that people, you just think you see the end result.
Yes.
You don't know what it took to get to that. It don't the patience and a lot of this stuff. And the biggest thing is when you say you're gonna do something, do it. If you can't do it,
be a man of
don't
your
do
words.
it.
Yeah.
Just say you can't do it, and don't try to bite off more than you can chew, because that's the worst thing. You don't want to have a name out there like that.
Yeah.
Yes, Lord.
Dirt on your name.
Yeah, you don't want to be out there like that, and
I
just
paid him
be
for
kind.
hang 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I mean, like you never know who you talking to.
That's true.
Most artists, you gotta kind of be people. You can't be scared to talk to folks.
Yeah.
Learn as much you can from folks. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know what door might open up just by you talking to somebody.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we all are connected on certain things, man. And you just
Right.
never know till you start talking.
Don't burn no bridges.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So you say you love Martin.
Oh yeah, I love Martin.
Who's your favorite rapper?
Ooh, man.
Well,
Come on.
Man.
It's somebody that you just like, man, I bump him.
Man.
in
I
my
I mean,
Yeah.
man, if I just gotta say my favorite rapper, man, I'm gonna probably say Jay-Z just based off of everything he's done and his work. I mean, just everything. I like his music, but I also like him as a man. But then
Separate.
UGK, I can't say. I mean, that's classic pimp. That's always gonna be, my top 5.
You just saying that because you here with me.
Shoot, man, that's
You
goes
just
without
saying that
saying.
because you
it
here with
ain't got
me,
nothing
man.
to do with you.
You just saying you being biased.
Man. But yeah, man, it's hard to pick. There's so much talent out there, and it depends on your mood. I like Outkast. I like a lot of stuff.
So I sure can ask you who your favorite in Dallas is. You don't want to bring.
Oh no, man, man,
Oh, well, who you feeling?
man. This living or dead, or
It
just
don't matter.
anybody,
You about to say Mo 3?
man. Definitely Mo 3, man. But
Long live Mo 3.
man, that's the thing. I gotta show love to Dero for one, because Dero did a lot, and I gotta say my man Big Tuck, DSR. I grew up on a lot of that DSR. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying?
A couple of them went to Lancaster.
Yeah, and see, and that's the thing too. Lancaster has a track record, man.
Yeah.
And we had some hitters come out of Dallas. You got Yella and Mo 3 that had their thing, and they both in their own right. You got Trap. You got so many people that's out here. Then you got a whole new wave of talent that y'all guys are bringing to the bringing to the scene. But man, you know what? DOC. What am I talking about?
The
DOC.
DOC. Y'all.
Yeah, the DOC, man.
There you go. That's what you're supposed to say.
That album, man, and then just that just the story, and then you got to start there.
Legendary.
Absolutely.
That's right. Yeah, you might well just stop it right there because that's exactly what it is.
Well, one. I don't know about you, but I have one more question.
Go ahead, baby.
Let's go.
This is going to be hard for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your top 3 favorite paintings that you've done.
All right.
Got
You already named
only
one of them.
3.
Yeah, I gotta say that Kobe and Gigi.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Man,
3. Got to
top
3.
3. Man. Because there's so many levels, man. Because I'm just thinking about.
Think about how it made you feel when you were painting it and handing it to him.
Man, it was hard can I say family?
Yeah.
Cause like my mom and dad, like the paintings I do for my mom and dad, my sister, my nieces,
Yes.
like that's a whole nother thing because they just know me as Uncle Chris and Chris, not C-Ray.
Yeah.
But when you see like my mom crying when she see a picture of her and my dad, you know, I'm gonna remember that, you know, forever, you know, and she that's your number one supporters who really want to see you win.
Been down with you since day one.
And they done seen you paint all these celebrities, but then
that's how you
doing me.
Kermit the Frog.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna leave it at that because I done did so many. They all are like my babies, man. But that Kobe and Gigi, that's a whole nother level of just you know that Kobe and Gigi. So I'll probably leave it at that. Well, you know what? Hey, man,
Come on now, I'm about to say you
got all you need is one more.
Some
You
stuff.
only need one more now because you got Kobe,
One
Gigi,
more,
your
you
mama,
pass the text.
man,
George Floyd. You could be in it.
man.
Take off. I saw that one. That was nice.
Man,
Pop did a bunch of stuff.
man. Oh, God, dog. Let me just say,
Or what's the one you had the most fun doing? That's hard too.
man. I'm finna say this Young Jeezy just because it's in the Trap Museum.
Okay.
And
really?
I'm in the Trap Museum and they reached out to I did that Jeezy painting and they reached out to me on that. And it was like, man, what you we wanna and it's a contract and they have it for sale and it's something every year and that Jeezy painting led to me having some stuff with Dolph on the Dolph Museum that's actually going.
There you go.
And Dolph was trying to get artwork from me before he died.
Dolph Land.
And that means something to me, just knowing that that's legacy. I'm like, this Dallas, and I got some on the Dolph tour, you know, and they got some big stuff coming, man. I'm like, that's major.
That is major.
And that's what he would say.
So that is, I put the Jeezy one in the Trap Museum.
And that's the thing, because Mo 3 too, though, because Mo supported my art. And, you know, he was supporting that art heavy.
Yes.
And it just,
I saw you had one for Rainwater too, right?
yeah, Rainwater got me to do, because like, man, we got to do Mo 3. He's the hottest in the city. And I had Mo 3s in 2017, right when he had got out of jail, because they had said at one of his concerts, somebody had got shot or something, and they arrested him. Right when I was supposed to be delivering the paint, I had to wait for him to get out.
Yeah.
And this right before Father's Day. And I ended up giving to him right before Father's Day. And he was like,
beautiful.
C-Ray, man, this me and my son. He like, man, and he was a genuine dude. You know, most dudes like, man, when he say he messed with, he ended up putting the Roy Lee painting I did on the back of his necklace. That's how he said, man, I'm putting your work is on my necklace, bro. That's the value.
I saw that picture on the back of his necklace. I didn't know
So
you did
that Roy Lee, I never get to meet Roy Lee, but that was at Roy Lee's funeral.
I never met Roy Lee or Mo 3.
Yeah.
Did you tell me about that?
Yeah, wifey had the DOC sign your picture.
Yeah.
Look at that there, man.
But
Look at that.
It's hidden
We
in
can't
the
do the
art.
black
It's hidden
ones.
in the art.
We can't do the black ones.
Can't mess these up. But
Yeah.
Oh my God, man. I don't know how I missed it. Let me just throw this in there for this interview's over with.
Come on.
TNT. Okay, let me tell you. I did this painting of Mount Rushmore with Ernie Johnson. I did Inside NBA. And what's crazy is I was talking to my homegirl, Brandy, and she was like, man, you need to do a painting of them, man, because they so cold. Everybody watches the Inside NBA.
Yes.
Shaq, Ernie, Charlie, if you do one of them, they gonna put it on their Twitter. They gonna repost you, C-Ray.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, you know what? I'm gonna do something, but I want to go back to Ernie. Because Shaq, Kenny, they all done got this line. I mean, it wouldn't be nothing without Ernie.
No.
And then Ernie does so much, you know. So I was like, I'm gonna put him on I had him on Mount Rushmore, all of them. And what's crazy is I did the research, and I was like, man, I want this to go to Ernie. And I had a couple of people like, man, I can get it. I work down the station, and I was like, man, no, I got another way I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
But I had went to Ernie's page, and he turns out he gets his haircut. It was a black barber at the Cutters Lounge that he gets his haircut from.
Wow.
And I was like, man, I'm gonna reach out to him. And I reached out to him and I showed him the time lapse of me doing it. He was like, man, that's cold. What you trying to do with it? I said, man, I want Ernie to have it. And he was like, man, send it to me, C-Ray. I cut his hair. I'm gonna surprise him with him at the barbershop. I said, man, just give me a picture with him with it once he gets it. That's all I asked for was just a picture.
Yeah.
I sent it to him. They get it. He sent me a picture of them outside the barbershop. I thought that was it. I like, man, appreciate you. Man, it's the NBA Finals, man. My phone started blowing up. They're like, C-Ray, they showing your painting on TNT right now. And Right before they go to commercial, they had it on the easel. They were like, man, I want to give a shout out. Ernie said, I want to give a shout out to C. Ray and Dallas, Chris Race and Art. I got everybody to sign it. Man,
That's badass.
I'm like, that's God.
Yeah.
All day.
They signed it, and then this is what he did. He said, Chris said he wanted me to have it, but I want my barber to have it, and he can put it in his barber shop. We all signed it. That way, it can inspire other people to come in there, and we gonna do that with it.
That's badass.
And that's probably the biggest thing. I almost forgot about it, but that right there was,
That's a
Monumental.
that is monumental, bro.
You have any merch?
I got some
shirt.
stuff. I got some stuff in the works right now. I'm trying to regroup on it. I've been talking to my man Risk. It's some stuff I got to get on my merch stuff. I'm gonna get my print game, a couple of other stuff. But I know shirts is coming. All that.
Yeah.
I just want to, because I was doing some third party stuff, and I wasn't getting the best. I wasn't getting the best payment out of that.
Yeah.
Right.
So it'd be better if you do it yourself and
Exactly.
figure out that thing. So I got some stuff coming. Probably towards the end of the year. I want to do it right. I ain't gonna rush.
That part.
I ain't gonna rush and do it.
Well, man, let us know how we can help support in any
Oh man,
way.
appreciate y'all, man.
Any
Y'all
way.
fam.
Let them know how to get in touch with you, brother.
Man, my Instagram is c.ray.art. My website is www.c-rayart.com. All you got to do is go to my messages and send me an email.
Yep.
I'm checking those periodically, and I'll get back with you. You know,
You got some shout outs?
Shoot, let me shout out to God. Shout out to my family, my friends, my man Strick, man. Shoot, Wayne G, Cap. Shoot, Southwest Mobile Advertising, man. Just anybody who has helped me in this journey, man.
Yes.
If I'm forgetting you right now, man, just know I appreciate you guys, and I know it wasn't just me.
Yeah.
And it takes more. It takes a village, really, to get this type of stuff done. So
Already.
that's about it. And to y'all, man, much love. And y'all, man, I'm so proud of y'all, man, because y'all have hit this thing running just
You
like
saw us from the
Usain
beginning.
You
Yeah.
came here, it was empty. It was empty in here when you showed up.
It's people that's had podcasts and haven't touched the amount of content that y'all have had and the relevant content you have for the city of Dallas and Texas. And bro, if you don't ever get your roses, just know, man, what you've done, man, they gonna go back years from now.
I hope so.
It's gonna be archived, and they gonna go back and they gonna reference this to connect dots.
That's what that's what we didn't start off doing it that way, but it seemed to have taken that role as we
Organically.
Yes.
Organic.
And so it's almost like a documentary
That's it.
on YouTube
That's it.
of Dallas hip hop and Texas hip hop,
That's it.
Southern hip hop.
They got Vlad TV and all that other stuff,
Yeah.
and I'm
That
telling you this.
and they can have that.
We got a real deal. A guy that was in the trenches. It was been
Yes.
on them chilling circuits and
I
going
live
to all
that.
them concerts.
Yeah.
I live that.
Your viewpoint is
Come on, I done duck from bullets. I done duck from bottles being thrown. I done,
Yeah.
we done been on that stage.
Yeah, man. Y'all going. I mean, we here right now, but I can already see 5 years of growth.
Ooh,
That new building,
ooh,
that new spot.
yes.
Pains are coming with us.
Oh yeah,
Hey, yes, the pains are coming with us everywhere we go.
that's it.
That's trademark.
Shout out to Erykah Badu.
Oh yeah.
Shout
Oh
out to
yeah.
Erykah Badu.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she liked it when we
Oh yeah.
and I showed DOC. He loved
Yeah.
it. You know what I'm talking about? Since last thing, we talked about the Cowboys.
Yeah.
What we gonna do this year? And be realistic. Be realistic.
Man, we going to Super Bowl.
God dang it. That's what we say every year.
Boy, stop.
We going to the
That's gonna be realistic. That's how I'm gonna be realistic.
Boy, stop. He already did that.
Hey man.
He wants you to wear the blue star again,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, get it
Molest
in.
that star right
There you
there.
go. Get
Yeah.
it in. I know. No,
It's
no
just a
M
star.
words.
Huh? You can't say that.
Now,
Oh, my bad. I ain't like I said, murder the star.
that's offensive.
That's not that. Okay, man. We sure appreciate you, brother.
Oh yeah, man. I love y'all, man. Keep it going, man.
Man, we want to shout out to
C-Ray.
my man C. Ray.
Absolutely.
I mean, the family member C. Ray. He is a part of the Super Tight TV family. That's all I got to
Yeah,
say.
you got a
know?
special place in our heart.
Yeah, man. I mean, because you, like you said, you walked in here when this was just a shell of a room.
Oh, no.
And y'all looked at it and said, we're going to do this, we're going to do this,
Yeah,
we're going to do this,
I
and
was
we're going to
like,
do that.
"Dang,
Oh,
right."
thank you. Yeah.
Oh no, this is really just like. I mean, we got Jay Prince up in here.
Yes.
But like
You
I
remember
say,
when we thought about that one?
bro, yeah.
Because it was going to be somebody else.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. But like I say, the caliber of what you were going. I already knew that you was gonna do it right.
Yes.
And I could see, as long as you saw your vision, I was like, I'm on board, man. Just let me know when you need it.
Yeah, we worked hard. Wife and I put in a lot of work before we even set foot in this room.
That's right.
And then after we set foot in this room, these two guys here have been, I mean, come on. I mean, I can't do it without them.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So that's our family. We four deep, and we gonna keep rolling like that. And I mean, I don't know who the next member of the team gonna be, but right now we gonna roll with four.
That's
you know what I mean? And we love you. We love what you have done for the show and for the city and for the culture.
Yes, absolutely.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned for
Stay
more.
tuned.
And let me tell y'all something. Y'all got to get you a C-Ray painting on your wall. If you don't have that, it's gonna be worth some money. It's gonna be worth some money. It's like Sugar Shack.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
God willing.
God willing.
God willing.
Yeah.
Claim
I mean,
it.
And the attention to detail. Oh,
it's come on, man. Look at and then you can't. He said the smoke is our thing.
hey, I like that.
He said the smoke is our thing. I like that. Oh,
Super tight.
I might have to have you take the Erica back.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cause we're gonna probably have to put that logo on that Erica.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you know what? I didn't even think about it.
Yeah. Cause we thought she don't want to see her leave her presence. She can come back. She can come back.
You're right.
Just right there. Just not just a small one. It can be a small one.
You know what I said? Tell C-Ray to bring the paint.
Yeah. We talked about it before. She don't want to see it leave. You know what I'm talking
I might have to.
Yeah, we appreciate you though
Make
for
this
what
journey.
you've done.
No, we'll bring it to you this time.
Nah, we'll bring it to you. You've always come to us, bro.
I got you.
And we got a big surprise for somebody next week. And
Okay.
by the time this air, it will be already in the works. You know what I'm talking about? And again, like I said, I appreciate you for coming, brother. I got my man C-Ray, the great artist, the best artist in the world, Craig.
In the world, Craig.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, a real super tight guest.
Know I'ma get some game tuned in with super tight, yeah. I get it all up from Big Bobo, from the front seat, not no photos.